Welcome everybody to another Wednesday Wolf recap. I am Justin Banks, and you have Chris. No risk, no premium. We are not financial advisors. No one is in this group, so any advice should not be taken as financial advice. Purely opinion, entertainment only.
What's up, guys? What is up? Well, oh wait, this meeting's being recorded. Oh yeah, okay, got it. Oh, yeah, okay. So, all right, what a couple days, huh? It feels like the sentiment in our group has caught a kidney shot or a shot to the ribs from none other than like someone like Mike Tyson or something. And I get it. It's for good reason. We have been on this ultra fucking buyer bull run since pretty much everybody came in. I mean, if you looked at the indices, right? It's just been crazy extended, like SPY on the daily, right? Like if you go back to like the day we added everybody, it's just been like buy, right? Just constantly up, 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 up. So anything that we pretty much touched to the upside went nuts, right? And that's fun. And that's the market we were in, and that's how we were going to play it, right? But if you guys remember, last Sunday, well, 3 days ago Sunday, we did say, does that kind of look like a shooting star on SPY from Friday, right? Because Friday was like a huge, like got all-time high, and then they sold it back down, right? And then we had the Fed talking both days. And on the Sunday sermon, we said, listen, there's gonna be a chop days. There's gonna be range bound with the Fed talking, okay? There's gonna be range bound. There's not gonna be explosive movements, right? So for Monday and Tuesday, they did exactly that. We said there was no reason for it to happen, but people think that Powell's going to say something different, even though we knew he wasn't. Okay, so we have to play what's in front of us. Then we said this morning, and I said it last night too. We said, I need SPY or ES to show me where support is. I need them to show me where support is, right? And so we waited all day. Then we knew it was going to be all about the the Rivian earnings. Okay. And I said, guys, all the money is going to get sucked out of the market and go to this Rivian earnings. Okay. And there's going to be a dip. There's going to be a big pullback, right? There's going to be a dip. There's going to be a big pullback. So let's just let it happen. That's what you're looking at. Yeah. We talked about it right here. 10 minutes in, we're talking about it, right? Shooting star. So what happened? Look at it. These next 3 days were all down on this example. What's it right now? What does it look like right now? Does it look pretty similar? 3 down days. Okay, cool. So listen, we had the game plan set. Okay. We had the game plan set. We got into some swings, some longer swings. You know, next week is the soonest, right? But we pretty much got into all December. Everything was December, okay, for the most part. So we got into some swings, right? And although those swings are still holding all the levels we talked about, they are all red right now for the most part, except Snap. We had a nice pop on Snap. You could have taken, 40, 50% or whatever it was on Snap. And if you didn't, that's okay, because your plan is to hold through the gap just like mine. I'm still holding. I'm trading my plan. No problem. No problem. Okay. But psychologically, I know exactly what happened to about 90% of people in our group. Was this: holy fuck, everything is fucking bleeding. I need to make some goddamn money because I'm bored as shit. We haven't done any day trading the last 2 days because everything's been in a range. I'm gonna make money. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna do it. And then the money that we actually did make great trades on, we probably held a little too long. We got a little too greedy. Okay. Some of us got caught off sides. Okay. Right. So guys, I understand the morale and the sentiment right now is a little down. It is hard to see what's happened the last 2 days, especially if you have lost money, meaning you have sold for a loss. It hurts. And listen, I had one trade today, and the whole day, I just kept saying, guys, do less. Let it show us support. Right? So I said 46.50 on SPY, which is 465.50, also a level I had. I said, listen, there's probably going to be a bounce here. So I took those calls, right? They went 14%. Okay. And I said, okay, we're still not out of the water here. Everything looks like it's coming back down. So I ended up selling for a 2-point loss, 3-point loss, whatever it ended up being. Okay, no problem. But then notice when I said the next level it's going to bounce from is 462. Right. And I was like, that's 460 or 46.24 on ES. Right. I said, we're going to bounce. We're going to bounce. And we did. Look at that. Nice bounce. Okay. Why didn't I take calls there? Why didn't I take calls there? Because I wasn't fucking sure if the selling was done yet. Right. I wasn't sure. I was wrong the first time. Okay, no problem. So why don't I let it confirm? Because what happens if we bounced, right? And you know what, the futures right now, they look like they might hold, right? We're up, 5 points. We were up about 7 or 8 points. Okay, we're right back to ES is right back to where it fell through my initial 46.50. It was holding for support, it bounced, and then it cratered through. Okay, we've made our way back up, and now we went and tested that level and the futures right now. Now, listen, the futures, we could open up down another 40 tomorrow. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I have no idea. We could gap the fuck up. I have no. But you know what? Seeing all the action today, I was like, I'm going to fucking chill, and I am going to fucking do less. So I did not, even though I said we're going to bounce, and we bounced almost to the exact cent of where I said, but I didn't take it. Okay, no problem. I would rather be sure and have more conviction that we're going to bounce and hold than to buy overnight when anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay. Now, one thing that I do think is in our favor right now is, listen, Elon Musk or Tesla, did he sell all 10% he was going to say he's going to sell? Did he? I don't know. I don't know the percentage, but he sold a fuck ton. Okay. He sold a fuck ton. Someone said it was like 676,000 shares or some shit like that. So if you do that math you just do even numbers, 1,000 a share, you could see he made away like a bandit. Now, I don't even know if that's 10% of his holdings. I doubt it. But here's the thing. He disclosed that, and that's been made public, and they bought it up 30 points. It's up 30 points right now after hours. Okay, great. So do we get some sympathy? Do we get a big bounce tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe. He could also come out tomorrow, only have sold 5%, and sell the rest of the 5% tomorrow, and all the call holders are going to get fucking bagged. I have no idea what can happen, but if you think you're smarter than the market, it will humble you. Okay. So you guys, myself included, I made one trade today and cut it quick. Justin, I'm pretty sure we talked. He made a handful of trades. They were quick grabs. He said any pop they had got faded. We said, okay, we're seller heavy. Okay, no problem. You do not have to trade every day to be a trader. Okay. And I think it was JW. Love you, man. Emotional. I get it. It was a roller coaster day for you. But hey, a learning lesson for everyone else. And I've been right in your shoes, brother. I've made 10 grand so quick, and I've lost 15 grand right off that 10 grand. I get it, bro. I get it. It's hard as fuck. Okay. But when you have to recognizing it, and then learning from it is the hardest part. You know what I mean? It sounds like you've rebounded so far. I'm glad. That's why we're doing this call. We're going to reframe everybody's mindset. Okay. We're going to get our head back in the game. We took an L today. We lost on a buzzer beater at the corner, or at the buzzer for the fucking championship. We lost. We caught the L. Okay. But we got a game tomorrow, motherfucker. And it's the same shit. And those people want to come rip our faces off again. So we got to dust ourselves off. Okay. We've got to reframe. We got to get our heads right. Okay. And we got to prepare for tomorrow. And that's what we're here to do today. All right. Justin, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, but I think I felt like that was a message that everybody needed to hear today, including myself.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, I mean, for the common side, yeah, we just obviously you played Rivian IPO. Some of us got in and made some money on that. And then, yeah, I just took a couple just scalps throughout the day. Because, I mean, any action I saw for any candlestick that I was watching, any kind of, bullish upward trend was being, fought with a bearish trend. So each candle was up and down. And
Yeah.
so I mean, the action wasn't, it was very choppy, wasn't that good. So I'm not going to, sit there in a trade or like go super heavy and,
No, there was no reason. This is not the
yeah,
market you do that in, right?
yeah. I
And
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I could have held on some of them and made a lot, a lot more money than I did. But at the same time, it took a little bit for them to actually get off. And at the end of the day, now they're like in the negative red. So, what I mean? It's just not a day that I'm going to actually have that high conviction because my money, I want to protect my capital. So, I mean, I'm going to make some small trades and just make a little money and I'm going to be happy with that and then move on. And tomorrow, I hope the market's a lot better. I'm getting a lot more volume and better action that I can, find a trade and go heavy and bang.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's it, guys. Listen, we got fucking punched in the face today. Okay. But it's not what happened to you, it's how you respond. All right. And I know we're going to come back strong tomorrow. Okay. And we're going to double down on the discipline. This is not the point where you go, fuck, I'm down 1,000. I'm going to put $3,000 on the next trade and I'm going to make 30% so that I make that grand back. No, you're done right there. You're done. You're fucked. You're fucked. You are just taking all your disciplinary rules and throwing it out the window. Okay, you are done. You are going to lose all that $3,000 and you're going to lose more. I promise. And when I say I promise, it's because I've done it. Okay. I've done it before. So don't. Okay. Yeah. Brett says got 10-run rule today. Yeah. They put the mercy on us. It was running clock the second half. All right. Yes. A lot of us got fucking smacked. All right. But hey, we live to trade another day. We have tomorrow. Okay. We have tomorrow. So let's turn the focus on, right? Let's look at a few things. Let's see some levels that we liked. Okay. And then we'll move on. We won't keep you guys we won't go too long tonight, right? To reframe, I've got another play I liked. I was charting earlier, so I'll share that with you guys later here tonight, right? And then we'll move forward. So let's go here. Let's just go to Tesla. Let's just do Tesla. We're already here, right? Go to the daily, Justin, just so I can see the bigger picture real quick. Yeah. So we said that 1K level was pretty big, right? We're like, if anything, it might come back to that 1K level. If that breaks, it possibly can go to 950. Right. But listen, also that 978 level or whatever, it was a big level too. It went to 988. Then it went up 100. It went up 100 from there. Okay. Huge. That was a huge move, right? So, but then it kind of dipped the rest of the day a little bit, kind of made its way back down, right? And then that news hit. So now we're back up. Okay. So this is what I'll say. If it breaks yesterday's open, so what's that level at the top of this candle, Justin? If no, at the day before. Yeah, the body, the top of the body.
Cool.
1165. Yeah. If like 1150 to 1165 breaks, if it doesn't get gapped up on tomorrow, this thing's going to all-time highs. Easy. And I think we have some people have some calls in here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But listen, do not get faked out. Do not buy calls on this gap up. We hit 1150 and then it jumps right back down because the market's red and there's sellers. Okay. This is a market where you need to not trade in the range. You need to trade the breakout higher and the breakdown lower. Okay. So now we know today's low, right, is a huge level down. Okay. And then yesterday's open is a huge level. All right. We know that now. We know that. Just like 460 or 4650 on ES today was a huge level, right? I said if that breaks, it's going way down. It broke, it went way down. Okay. And you could even play puts after it broke, right? Okay. So yeah, we see that level there. Big level that it's at right now, honestly. That 1100 level is pretty big. But yeah, I mean, I would say 1,000 to the downside, and then I would wait. If we don't, this thing could gap up 50 more points tomorrow. Like it could be at 1150 at open. Like I wouldn't be surprised. You saw what they did after hours. Okay. And they only had like 30 minutes after that news came out to do that. 30 points. So imagine if they have the whole pre-market. Okay. But we need to see what the indices do overnight. Okay. Pretty much. So the futures right now are green, slightly green, but I'm not holding my breath. We're going to see what happens in the morning. All right. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's go to Amazon. was up huge, 3,600, above 3,600. And then it had a 100-point move down. But look where it held. It held that 40 or 3490, 3480-ish level. Yep, it held. It held, and it bounced after hours here a little bit. It's up 13 points. I'm sorry, 11 point. I'm sorry. Yes, 11 or 13 points up off of where it closed. All right, cool. Now we know we could easily, because it was all sellers today, this could easily get bought back up. If it takes out today's high, then it's going to go ballistic. It's going to go absolutely ballistic. But right now you can see this 3480 was a pretty big level. Okay. Pretty big level. All right. Let's go to Google. Google was a tough one. I think Brian was looking at it. We were looking at it together. I said, if 2891, I think it was, or 80 or 2890, something like that. I said, if that gets if it could bounce there. It could really bounce there. Okay. I mean, like big bounce, and it did. If you look at it, you go down to 2890. Yeah, right there. Which, if you look over, it was the open or the down day a few days ago, the down low. If you guys see that level right there. Yep, right there. Okay. It bounced right off that. Okay. And we didn't take calls. We didn't. But I said, if it does, that's really good. I want to see it do that. I want to see buyers into close. Okay, it did. Great. Brian, I know you said we should have taken it. He said, is it still good to take it now? And I asked him, it's not. If you didn't take it then it's not part of your plan now. So no, we're not taking it. There's no need to force anything. Okay, let the market tell us where it's going to go. Because imagine if we pop and we crater down to 30 points at open tomorrow. It's possible. It's possible. So let's let them tell us what we're going to do. All right. Brian says, dumbass question, not the plan. Sometimes, hey, listen, we all need a little pat on the rear. Okay. But yeah, I mean, sometimes we all just need to hear that. Okay. Let's go to Apple. I think a lot of people in here were talking about Apple too. Apple had a war with 4,800 today. I mean, 4,800 is not where it is. 148. Had a war with 148. Okay, which if you see here, this POC line, which is what we had talked about, if we go back on Monday's call, on Sunday's call, we talked about 148 being a big bounce level, right? But we said as long as 150 holds, we'll probably go higher. Well, 150 did initially hold, and then we did have a pop to, we had a little pop on Tuesday up to 152, right? And then today we had the down day. Okay, no problem. But we're holding these critical levels. 148 is a big level to hold. You can see those candles of all the bodies are dancing above it. Everything's above it. That's great. We want that. Okay. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see if we bounce off that level. If you're smart, you take all of the levels from yesterday, the high, low, open, and close, you chart them, and then you make sure that those are going to be all of your support and resistance levels for tomorrow. Okay. And you'll know if it breaks the low, it's probably going way lower. If it gets above the high, it's probably going way higher. Okay, that's how we're going to play that. Okay. All right. Yep. But you can see it's consolidating still, which I like. It's just moving sideways. It's in a range. Okay. We'll see. It's on a huge volume shelf. Let's see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. We won't know. We won't know anything until tomorrow. Okay. We won't know anything until tomorrow. All right. Let's look at Nvidia. Actually, I saw some huge sweeps coming in for Nvidia, like 300 plus for this week. We're getting alerted on the golden sweeps channel, on the large sweeps channel. I was just watching. Notice it's held where it closed at this huge level. Well, actually it closed at 294, but it's up in the pre-market a little bit, which is good. There were some buyers. Okay. After seeing all this buying into the close, 1 billion buy side on MOC, and then all this buying into the after hour or into the after hours, this makes me feel like tomorrow we could go higher. We could go higher. But know this, if it takes out what was the high today on today's candle? This is a daily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it takes out today's high, what is that, 308? Yeah,
308, 309, yeah.
it's
308.
probably going to 320. Very likely. So what's good for today? What happened today? We basically got a bunch of calls that are going to be on sale for tomorrow and for Friday. And that's even setting us up more for for Lotto Friday, right? Because now we have a ton of levels above that we have already seen that all these stocks get to. We've watched Amazon get to them, we've watched Apple get to them, we've watched Google get to them, we've watched Tesla get to them, we've watched Nvidia get to them. So we know we've got huge levels that we already know. Okay, so that'll be huge. That'll be huge for us these next 2 days. Yeah, look at that market on close to the buy side, huge.
That's billion. That's, yeah, it should move. It sounds bullish tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's why you saw those buyers into close, which was good. Alrighty. If you guys don't know the market on close and balance, it's basically a non-limit order, and then a market order that gets filled at the very last possible second of the market. Just show it gives you, it's not always correct, but a high number like 1 billion. It usually tells what's going to happen the next day. Now, it's not sure proof, and it's not for sure. It's not 100%, just like nothing is in life, but it's usually pretty good. And there was 3 market on close imbalances today. We had all buy sides. That's good. And to go from 171 million, 155 to then a billion gets my attention for sure. Okay. A billion gets my attention. All right, cool. So with that being said, let's look at maybe some of the swings we're in. And then I think Kelly says, can we look at Lucid too? Yeah, we'll definitely look at Lucid. Yeah, okay. Felipe said, on a day like today, do you usually add to the swings? Okay, that's what I want to talk about on the swings today too. Listen, swings are swings for a reason. You buy them and you let the trade work out, even if it goes down a tad. And this is what I'll say. If anyone got really nervous about any position they're in, okay, then they probably bought a little too much, okay? Especially the majority of our positions are for December. They've got plenty of time to work out. So if you were nervous and thought, should I sell, should I not? I don't know. Okay. You probably bought too much. You probably were sized too much. You probably aren't being true to your actual risk profile. Okay. And so you just need to ask yourself, if this whole investment went to zero, would I be upset? If the answer is yes, then you need to ask yourself, what's the maximum amount that would go to zero that I would be comfortable with? And that's your risk tolerance. Okay. Perfect. Well, Felipe said, on a day like today, usually add to swings. Okay. Depends on who you are. Depends on your risk tolerance. Depends not. Let's say there's a person that has $100,000 account, a person has $1,000 account. The $1,000 account is probably going to take one contract. Okay. They're probably going to take a $100 position.
Commons.
Yeah. Or commons, right? You're not going to take much. You're not going to take a big position. Okay. So averaging down, right? Averaging down is probably not in the cards for someone with a smaller account. Why would you double, triple your position size, put more risk on the table, right? A lot of those times you have to be very quick and disciplined. With a smaller account, you need to cut quick, let it find the new support, buy closer to the money. Okay, for those calls that are on sale. But with larger accounts, yeah, if you've got, December, January swings, and you can have that risk tolerance and you can have that sizing because you're not full size, sure, you can. That's all up to you. Felipe says, on a day like that, can usually add to the swings. I added quite a bit to our positions. You definitely can. It's all based on the person. Okay. What about the contracts, rolling over contracts to a later date? There's also another. Bag Mahomes. Good question. What can you do? You can cut the position. Okay. Take the loss. Fuck it. I didn't like it. I'm way more out the money than I was. I don't know if I'm going to get this premium back. Okay. Fuck it. You took the loss. Now you let it find the new support level. And now you buy a further date for probably the same size or same size position that you're going to go in before, but now your chances of profit are higher because you're buying closer to the money or you bought more time. Okay. Definitely possible. Good question. Tony asked, good evening. Not sure if you mentioned earlier, but what's the deal with the Evergrande news? Should it be a major concern? The sentiment on it, it doesn't seem like it's too much of a concern, but it looks like they made 3 bond payments today. So that's good. Now know this, if they fault, like complete fault, okay, that's not going to be good for the entire like for anyone. That's not going to be good for any nation, because China is such a huge, that will disrupt some of the global market for sure. But today, from the news I got from Walter Bloomberg, I saw some fake articles rolling around that they didn't make payments. But Walter Bloomberg, the Bloomberg terminal is pretty trustworthy. Okay, I send his stuff to you guys all the time. He said they made 3 bond payments. I'm rolling with it. They made 3 bond payments. Not a concern of me for mine anymore. But something to keep on your radar for sure. If they fault, then yeah, Tony, you would think it'll be felt, globally for sure. Don't ignore it, but make sure you got credible sources when you're listening to that stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. Let's talk about Lucid. Justin, I'll let you talk about it. I need to take a sip of water.
You're good. Yeah, like a day like today, like on this dip right here is something that you could definitely, if you are in Lucid long term, would be something that you can add to it. You just got to remember, you got to make sure that it finds a base before you just make, if it's red, don't just go adding, because a lot of times it's red, it's going to dip even further. So definitely make sure that there's like a base and that there's some sort of, bullish trend to it once again before you just start adding on a red day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
look where it added to though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like right, like we preach,
breakout retest.
Yeah, retest of the breakout. So like these, like we preach, this is always something to look at as far as finding support, which it did. Had a nice bounce back, 3-point move,
Yeah.
So
no, solid. I think they ran off of Tesla too, right? Because that industry, like I wonder if Neo ran after hours too, just being like curious. They probably did. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
It was up. It was up. That's good. So yeah, yeah, look at that cross right there. I like that. I do like Neo, like December $50 calls. I did mention that today.
This is a higher low, so
definitely. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, I do like this on the 30-minute. This is a good chart. Yeah. Brandon said, good evening. So just for clarification, you always look at previous days high and low to use that for support and resistance for current day's trade. Yeah, for sure. And if it matches up to like huge support and resistance level from multiple days, then that's a pretty big level. Okay. But a lot of times, the previous days highs and lows, they do get taken out, right? But it's good to know those levels, to know that, yesterday it got to a high, but the bears brought it back down. So if it breaks through that high of yesterday, the bulls are in control, right? So it's always good to know. You always want to know the high and low from the day before. Okay, yeah. Always. And if they match up with the any support resistance that we talk about on the higher time frames, right, that match up, then even more confirmation. All right. Good question, Brandon. Good question. JR says EVGO was following them too. I think that's JR. What up, JR? Yeah. Look at that. Well, what is this? Oh, this is a daily. I'm like, wow, look at that after hours.
Yeah, they did pretty good today.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they held for sure.
No, nice. Yeah, they went up too. Yeah. Let's I was gonna say we can go through our swings too. Let's look at AVTZ or wait.
AVTI.
AVTI, yeah. So they're swinging
or
it on the
ATVI.
Or ATVI, yeah. So Activision. All right, guys, Activision. They're swinging it on the common side, right? We're swinging it on the call side. Excuse me. Let's see here. Go to, actually, can you show, let me show my screen because I'll just show them
All right.
some of the levels that I have. That'll help probably. Hold on. Just pull up ATVI on my side. Okie dokie. Share screen. Oh, can you enable me?
Oh, does it not?
No. One sec, guys. We're going over there right now.
How do I do it again?
I don't know. You did it last time.
All right, I think you can do it now.
All right. Yep. Sweet.
Cool.
All right. Okay. All right, guys. Someone let me know that they could see my screen or that it's my TOS screen here. Someone say something. Yep. Yes.
You're up.
I'm up. All right, cool. Thank you. Sweet. So let's look at ATVI. Wait, ATVI. Yeah, Activision. All right, guys. So we know there was a huge gap down here, right? Huge gap down. Look at the 4 hour, right? Okay, we popped. But listen, we've got higher lows than the previous swing lows. Okay, so listen. Could 64 be my stop loss? Most likely. We've got next week's and we've got December, right? December. So I'm still playing this to go, right? To go back and break through the 68 level, which will pretty much be entering the gap. And I've got my 2 price targets. Listen, I'm trusting the plan. Although it created, we lost some premium. I'm still looking like the MACD crossed over. It's heading back towards the signal line on the 4 hour. I like it. What I really like is check this out. Check this out. We've got a massive squeeze forming. Okay. If we can get maybe a crossover here up to on the 1 hour, that's great. 30-minute, great. We're also have another squeeze forming. Okay. 15-minute, huge squeeze forming. You guys see that? 5-minute, huge squeeze forming again. Okay. All of them too, if you look, the MACDs on all of them look like they are ready to try to maybe come back up. Okay. And we had 3 days of selling on all of them, pretty much 3 days of selling. So if we sniff buyers tomorrow, right? If we sniff buyers tomorrow, you would think we probably head up higher. Okay. Probably head up higher. That's what I'm thinking. But listen, guys, we're 3 days into Activision. Okay. We got in on Monday, I'm pretty sure, or Friday. We're 3 days in. Okay. If we're freaking out, we bought too much. And if you don't know, like maybe your plan needs to be adjusted too, right? Maybe a tighter stop loss, right? Maybe buy less. I don't know. Okay. But like, I still like these, right? We can go to Snapchat. I think Snap's other trade, right? Let's go to 4 hour.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Still in this range, still holding the support level, still a higher low. All right. So if we get buyers tomorrow, are we gonna go back higher? Right? We had 3 days of selling. Okay. So we didn't get in at the very, very bottom, but we bought time. We've got December 17 on the snap calls, I believe, right? Shit. Let me just check, guys. I think it's December. Yeah, we do on Snap. And Snap we had 30. I mean, we had 50% on them. So we could have taken profit there. But my plan is still to grab to do the gap fill. Okay, and then we got Mu. That was the other one, Mu. Let's do Mu. All right, cool. Let's do the daily so we can see. Cool, Mu. All right. We've got the both crossover here on the MACD. Okay, solid. Listen, it's still holding where it broke out. It's still holding our level here, 73.28. I like it. Okay. The chips, I saw a lot in the video, a lot of AMD calls coming through. So that the sentiment there is still positive. We had 3 days of selling and we still went up. We tested this level. So we're going to back test now. And do we head higher? Very possible. Very possible. Okay. Let's look at the 1 hour. Cool. So we went higher and we're still holding this level here, right? Pretty much the previous, like where you notice it just stair steps its way up. Okay. So we had some sell off. Okay. We're still in this huge volume shelf area, right? And it's holding. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay. Oh, and I think Cat is our other one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh shit. Sorry, guys. Jesus. There you are. I think Cat is our other play. Cat's a tough one. It filled the gap down initially, but listen, we've got till December. All right. We filled the gap down. All right, no problem, right? We pretty much got back down to, we did a fucking retest of the breakout, right? Which is about right here, if you look. Because you look over here, this was a high, right? See that level? We pretty much retested this level right here. Okay. It's discouraging because we lost a lot of premium, but if you look, we still got higher lows, right? Look at that, up, up, up. Okay, so if we drew a trend line right here, boom, it would still be right. Or and that's a horrible one. Not gonna do that. Right, we're still holding the trend up. Okay, no problem, no problem. Right. Let's go 1 hour. MACD looks like it wants to cross and curl. We got RSI pointing up. If we get, but we had 3 days of selling. If we get buyers tomorrow, we're going to be in good shape. I think that there'll be a lot more smiles. Okay. A lot more smiles. So those are all of our swings, guys. I'm still feeling fine in them. I'm still in all of them. Yeah, you're going to have to, yeah, guys, I don't know if you're on mobile. I don't know if you get the, oh, you still see snap. You guys see my cat page? Well, it'll be in the recording. You guys might have to just check on the recording. But if you guys, yeah, I think from the phone, it might get a little fucked up. They were saying that. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know how to fix that. We can look into it, but you can check the recording and it should be my screen the whole time. And hopefully that helps. Okay. But other than that, Justin, I will get it back over to you. I don't know. New share.
Right now, yeah, I'm just looking at, I'm really just kind of looking day to day now, especially with the market, what happened. So everybody got crushed on swing.
Okay. You guys see Justin's screen now? Hold on.
Yeah, he's up.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, everybody got crushed on like their major swings. Obviously, you know, the EV swings and stuff like that are okay, but what I saw across the market was a lot of people got crushed. So, I mean, I'm just taking it day by day. I'm gonna see, you know, if the market, you know, what's gonna happen versus trying to like add more, you know, swings to the plate, right? So like, why would I add more risk when the market's like risky on swings?
Yeah.
So we'll keep the swings that we have, keep them going. A lot of the swings, you know, are long term. They're not just, you know, a couple day swings. So the day to day shouldn't really matter too much. Obviously, we have to make sure that it doesn't break a key level to the downside, so it doesn't, you know, super crater on us. But everything seems to be holding well. So
yeah. No. So guys, remember, you know, it's tough to trade in a market where it's blood all day long, right? We had some people play some puts on certain things, right? They had that part of their plan, right? If you were sitting there like, what are we trading, guys? What's going on? It's like, that's what you should have sat out. I had zero plan, right? My plan was to play the bounce, right? So I tried to play the bounce. That's it. I made one trade all day long, right? Did not try to force anything and try to lose money for sure, right? So I just chilled. Listen, we still have fucking 6 weeks, which is 5 days. So we still have 30 full trading days. 30 full trading days. 30. You guys have been with us for what? 15 trading days and all the money and success. We have double that time still till just the end of the year. We're going to be fine, guys. We're going to be fine. I promise. Everything's going to be fine. All right. Just have to take that mindset where doing less, that was like the first time you got to see like, oh, fuck, if I didn't do less today, I probably got smoked. Right. So we got to do less. Okay. You got to plan your trade and trade the plan. Okay. And in a market like this, when it's a little shaky, you know, you don't maybe size as big. Okay. You're definitely more smash and grab, you know, all the things that we talk about all the time. You got to be that way. All right, Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, no, this is a BTB is one that we like watched and like, you know, tried to play a little bit, but the action on it was horrible. So as you could see, any kind of pop would be faded. Finally got up here, but then look at all these candles, like just pop and fade, and then it dropped, came back up, dropped, came back up, and then after hours, obviously dropped all the way back down, and now it's red. So I mean, this is the type of action that was going on today. So this is like why it was pretty hard to play anything. Obviously, if you bought down here and held, you did decent, but just the action throughout was pretty choppy. So you didn't really know what was going to happen with it. So that's just one example of like why we didn't really do too much, because, you know, this example of just up, down, up, down, up, down on every candle was pretty drastic. And then the bid and the ask, if you guys didn't notice that, were pretty, far apart on a lot of our, if you looked at a lot of tickers today. So if you're going to buy something and it gets filled, you could already be, super red right off the bat because the bid is completely different. It's completely off, That's all I got to say.
Okay. No, it's good. Yeah, if the bid ask is wide too, it's because it's not as liquid too. So you
Yeah.
guys know that too. You guys need to know that too. Okay. So Justin and I, well, actually, you know what? Any questions? I think we can take some questions right now because we went through some tickers. We put some plans together. We have a lot of levels, guys. A lot of levels are still the same. But do you guys have any questions? You guys just want to type them in? And then I think Justin and I were talking, and maybe we'll put it out there. We're trying to, you can give a man a fish he eats for a day. You can teach him how to fish he eats for a lifetime, right? We're trying to teach you guys how to fish. Okay. We're trying to teach you guys how to fish. So we can't do every single thing for you. We could do a lot. We could put a lot of information in front of you guys, right? But ultimately it takes a little bit on your guys' part too, right? Take some more due diligence, some more time. If you think like they're just going to tell me exactly when to buy, sell, like I'm going to become rich, it doesn't work like that. Okay. We all know that. Right. But we're going to extend this out. If you guys, anyone that's on every single call and wants to help us out by maybe taking the levels, we're going to see if we can maybe find someone that can help us take every single level we discussed, support and resistant on every ticker, maybe write it down while you're looking at it on your screen. Right. And if you guys want to help out, message us. We'll make it worth your while. We'll make it worth your while for sure. Write it down. And then after, when we post the video, maybe we can post all the levels that we talked about for the week. Right. But just know that, guys, after Monday, those levels could be complete shit now. Okay. So they're not God. So you need to update all the levels yourself. Okay. But if anyone is interested, you can message Justin and I, and we'll definitely make it worth your while. Okay. Shoot us a message. But other than that, you guys have any messages? Or any questions? Or Justin, you have any other tickers you want to look at?
Not right now. I'm just gonna try to wait till the morning, see what's popping, what's not.
Yeah.
Hopefully get that volume,
Yeah, dude, CHPT went fucking nuts on the news and then they sold it off.
Yeah, that was,
right. But you gotta know that infrastructure news was probably gonna be sell the news.
Well, and they were riding. CHPT was like one of them that rode up for a while before it even
No, for sure.
got dumped. But
yep.
It's still good long term. It's right on the POC line. Like I still think even if it dips under 20 again, it's still golden. I think hopefully it stays above this level though.
I think it will. I think my honest opinion is I think we see buyers tomorrow. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see like this. Because look, it was already running since October 6th. So like and there was like pretty much no profit taken. So you had to expect that there's going to be profit taken at that level.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is over a $30 stock for sure. Easily.
Yeah. Yep. So Bag Mahomes says, do you guys prioritize wicks or candle close for stop loss? Well, stop loss is different. I don't really use a stop loss ever. So maybe Justin, you might be able to answer, but just like
I use a wick just because because usually a wick won't hit another like wick on a stop loss. It'll usually be like above on a body, but I always use the last part possible. So just to play it safe. So yeah, if it is a wick that extends out the most, then yeah, it's going to be what I'm going to play as my stop loss underneath that, just to play it safe, But usually it's mostly based off of, it's based off of like a retest or breakout. But yeah, if it is a wick, that's where I play.
Yep. I personally don't play stop losses really. I'll just know if I get a full body like close below like a big support level, that kind of confirms like the trade's not working out, I'll probably cut it. That's how I do it. Yeah, because like just like a breakout and retest, like you could dip below support and then reclaim the support and still head higher, right? It's like you don't want to get caught off sides, and then you just locked in a loss, even though you could have held and it would have been fine, right? Okay. James says, does it make sense to catch the spike on like ATVI? It's been spiking right after pre-market, selling the green ever so small, pick it back up on the dip. Yeah, I mean, hey, if that's your trade plan, James, yeah. Listen, there's no one way, like there's no one perfect way to trade. So many people make money so many different ways. And if that works for you, if you see, oh, I buy end of day, it always spikes in the morning, I sell on that pop and then I wait for it to dip back to support and then I buy again. Fuck, if it works, okay. There's fucking 280 guys in the NBA or 300 guys. Not a single one has an exact same jump shot, but there's a bunch of those fuckers that can shoot. Okay. That's what I got to say. Let me see. I bought back CHPT after. It's been good to me. Yeah, JR. Guys, when JR talks, you want to listen. He definitely knows what he's talking about. How do we play sticks? I don't know. Hannah, maybe you want to ask, how do we play sticks? Justin, I don't know. Is that a thing on your guys' side?
Maybe
How do we play sticks? I'm
the
not sure.
candlesticks. Or like,
Maybe. I don't know. Hannah, ask again or clarify a little more. Aaron, have you guys ever considered doing an audio channel on Discord on occasional mornings to call out what you're looking at, seeing etc.? We all obviously follow the Discord tab, but I think it might be insightful once in a while to hear your stream of consciousness. Yes, Justin and I have discussed that. We are going to try to implement that a couple days a week. Yeah, we're gonna try to implement that a couple times a week. Thanks for bringing that up, Aaron. Just to definitely let you guys hear our stream of consciousness. Okay, cool. Also, one who suggested Kara and hopefully a gap fill. Any further thoughts after looking at it? Thanks. Oh yeah, Aaron, you want to look at Kara real quick? CARA. I think that it had room to run to 25 or something like that, if I remember off the top of my head. No, Kara with an A. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it held pretty. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. So you notice it spiked up and it failed that breakout, but listen, it's right back to some prior support. This would probably be a buy. You know, it would probably be a buy here, I would think.
yeah, just the MACD's a little
high. Yeah,
jumpy.
I would play it out to see how it does tomorrow. Right. I would test it. I'd keep this VWAP line in my sights for sure. You know what I mean? I'd be like, is it gonna hold this? And if it does hold it, then yeah, you could definitely play it for a spike up, you know. I think Jason Kelly mentioned something about like 90% of gaps get filled on stocks, right? So even if you just buy the common, I mean, at some point it's gonna fill that gap, right? At some point it's gonna fill that gap. So just look where that, yeah, I mean, it's literally right off that previous resistance, which it broke through. Oh, go figure. Did it retest? Right? Breakout and retest. There it is again. Okay. So as long as it holds there, I would say take it long, you know, or you could try to play the breakout over that 17 or like 18 bucks, whatever it was, the high was, which it couldn't get through. Yeah, up there. 18 something, almost 19. Wow, almost 19. Even from 19 to 25, where I think that gap fill is, that's still 6 points, right? Pretty solid. Do you guys ever play offerings for long term? Just depends. For long term profile, you can if it's a stock you like. I wouldn't play like an offering on like OTC or like something really like,
offerings have been pretty turn around pretty fast for a pop after the offering. So I mean, I would just take it until you get that pop and then take the profits. But obviously, if you like the company long term, like, you know, if it's, you know, they're going to start buying up all these mining equipment for Bitcoin or, you know, some EV company or something, then yeah, that's different. But yeah, it's usually been having a good turnaround right now.
Yeah.
Where it's like a fast pop back.
It does create an opportunity to buy the dip if you like the stock long term. You could buy some leaps or you could just buy some comments. So yeah, it just depends on the stock. That was a good question, Trey. Okay, any other questions, guys? We're about an hour now. We all know that tomorrow is like, hey, let the market show us what we're gonna do. Let it show us what we're gonna
I
do.
mean, we've been incredibly green for so long now. Like you
Yeah.
got to expect that we're gonna have a little, like a week or two of a little bit of choppiness, red. You know,
Yeah.
like it's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah, if you guys think this is good, I think our first OPEX together will be next week. And for those of you guys that don't know what OPEX is, it's options expiration week, which it happens every single month. Right. So third Friday is the monthly contracts where they provide typically the most liquidity for all of the options contracts that most of the institutional and the big boys, the hedgies, they all usually buy the monthly. So during that week, when they're going to roll out and take their profits, on their monthly contracts and then roll them out again to the next month or the further month or the quarterlies, you can understand when you have a ton of profit taking and a bunch of rebuying, it makes massive, massive volatility, right? So that's OPEX week next week. Okay. So we'll be ready for that. We'll be ready for it. Okay. So you guys, this is just a little taste into like the volatility that we could probably see, but now we know on like SPY and ES, we have a huge level of support that it bounced off today. Okay. We got a huge level of support. So that's, this 462, that's a big level for us, right? That's a big level for us. That'll be smart. That's why I said I wanted SPY to show us today I want to show its hand. Where's that big support level at? Because we've been running like a fucking madman the last 3 weeks. Okay. Let me see. Okay, Chad said, besides shorting certain stocks when the market is upside down, are you getting into bear stocks like SQQ, UVXY, SPXS every time the market shows weakness, or mostly holding cash? No, we'll play the downside usually on those stocks that we do love. We didn't today, or a lot of people on our option side did. I just happened to not. But I typically like to play the downside. I've never actually played any of those tickers, which typically all the ones that he's listed in the chat, guys, are like inverses to the market. Like you play SQQQ when the QQQs are going down, you play the calls. If it's going up, you play the puts. Like it works like that. Just kind of like how the VIX works as an inverse to SPY usually, or SPX. So Chad, it's just personal preference. I've never done those. I usually typically just play the indice that I'm familiar with. Trey says METX, METX, bounced off a long-term support trend created since 10/27.
I don't know why I put FinBiz. Oh my God.
It's been a long day.
It's
been a long day.
I'm just high right now.
Yeah, so he said yeah. So you can see just this graph or the chart that Justin has here on the 4-hour. Yeah, it looks like it bounced off that support trend to the upside.
I see what you're talking about.
Yep.
I see it.
Yep. So let's see. This could easily be a nice bounce up to go higher. Let's see. Right. Let's see. All right, guys. Anything else? Guys, if you want to help us out, we'll make it worth your while to write down some levels for us. Just Justin and I obviously have a lot going on when we're doing these calls live, right? So it would help us out immensely. Shoot either him or I a message, or just specifically me a message, and we'll make it worth your while. And it'll be very much appreciated as well. If there's no more questions, guys, we'll go ahead and just wrap it up here. Get away from the screen. Stop looking at your profile. Things go up, things go down. It is a way of life. You can't go up forever. You can't go down forever. Okay. Right. Get away from the screen, go exercise, do something else besides, think about today, and then reframe tomorrow. We're right back at it bright and early. We'll catch you guys in the pre-market. See you guys.
See ya.